I'm Craig Trnka, and we're with the World Championship Blacksmiths, and we're in Pilot Point, Texas, home of Chad and Susie Chance and Hoofwatch. And we're bringing you a video today. It's a 4-shoe class in Edgewood, and the judge is Sam Gooding. And they have to make 4 shoes in 50 minutes, and 2 of the shoes are concave shoes. It's punched for 6 nails. They are a concave 4, and it's hammer finished. And it measures 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. And we're gonna mark it an 1/8 inch off center. So that's 5 3/4, and we're just gonna put a center punch mark right on the edge of the steel. Since concave stock comes to a fine point and it has basically a thicker edge on the back edge, when you make the toe bend, you want to come in with your hammer blows at a slight angle so that you can keep this straight without buckling. If you hit straight, this will all push down, and the secret to it is trying to get it bent with as little scarring and marring to the inside edge as possible. All right, we'll crack the toe, and I'm going to come in slightly from the bottom of it and come in at a little bit of an angle and just kind of repeat the whole thing over again, so where I don't wreck that inside edge. And start right here and just kind of push on up to the toe, and then flip it around and do the same thing. Start here and just kind of push it on up into the toe, and just keep going back and forth until you get the toe in the center. Look at it. I still have more to do on this side, so I'm going to come out here. I'll come in and just kind of flatten the shoe up. And then I can just use my calipers. And I've got me a line so I can mark my toenails. I'm going to come in, I got a nice tight drift. Now I'll do my lateral branch. We have the outside corner. I'm going to stay at the base of the concave and come back into the corner. And it's an upsetting blow. I wrinkle it over, and then again, come into the corner and go all the way through. And I'm just making upsetting blows. I'll repeat it again one more time. It's a hammer finish class, so you got to close up the end of that concave. Come here on the horn, and right where I come off of the horn, making contact with it, I'm going to just start pushing it under with my tongs. When I'm bending the branch, you want to be able to see the foot surface of the branch, so that way when I bend it, it will tend to pucker towards the foot surface. If you can't see the foot surface, sometimes it bends it up. If I make a pucker on the concave where it comes up, then it allows me to flatten it. If it doesn't come up, then it gets hollowed out and you never can get your weight bearing back. What I'll do is I come back and just flatten it up real nice, and so that you can get nice shape in it, stay on the outside corner and just clean up that edge. It's already been rolled off in the machining process a little bit, so I just kind of stay on that edge, and that allows you to take all the frog eyes off without marring up your section. for the inside edge. I'll make my heel as normal, and then what I'll do is I'll just narrow it up ever so slightly with my hammer on the inside edge, and that allows me to make this, my medial heel over the horn, and nice and fine. Come back into the corner, get that corner off of there, fold it over a little bit, and now this is definitely going to be back. That's a weak corner, so you want to be pushing back into the material. Flatten it up and repeat the process one time. I'll come here, and then you can see I'm just going to safe it off a little bit. Right where I come off, I'm going to hold it to where that heel will buckle upward. That way it allows me to flatten that whole piece of stock up. Grab this nice little edge right here and just kind of work your edges all the way up so it doesn't look like your hammer's ever been there. Go all the way through, and then kind of clean that line up for your safing all the way through. I'm going to put a little bit of shape on this shoe. It's a pairs class, and we're just going to make everything flat. So coming around the horn, from the quarter back, the widest part back, he's got a little bit of softening up the edges behind the heels. Not a lot, but just a little bit of hammer boxing on them. There we go.